Have you ever wondered why spiritual people say the universe is a mirror? How that works? And how it's all based on the laws of physics? Well, I'm here to teach you that today. I'm Carrie Blazer Bazaglo, reincarnation of Mary Magdalene, the Divine Feminine, sharing my 6 Divine Feminine self love strategies. And this is number 4, my favorite one. The universe is a mirror. So, before I really get into the depths of how that works, I'm going to share how wisdom and knowledge are always really saying the same thing. Here's the wisdom. Wisdom says the universe is a mirror, showing us ourselves in every moment as a constant feedback loop for self improvement. Knowledge says we attract what we are through energetic resonance, meaning a vibrational match. So, how does that work? Okay, so let's ground into why the laws of physics apply to understanding ourselves. I mean, I'm a body, but what is uh, the governing agency here? So I'm going to quote Einstein, who said, "The field is the sole governing agency of the particle." Well, what does that mean? The field meaning the energy field, and the particle meaning the body. So the energy controls the body. Okay, and in grounding into that, one example that I have, so we all have energy bodies, right? So we have an energy body, and our energy bodies project how we feel about ourselves onto other souls so that we can see ourselves as feedback, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, all of it. Now, how does it physiologically, how do our bodies physiologically support this process? Okay, we always hear heart and soul, right? Those two have always gone together. And our hearts, the neurological structure of the heart is far more vast and complex than the brain. The heart sends far more signals to the brain than the other way around, and the electromagnetic field around the heart is 5,000 times stronger than the brain. And all of this is based on Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, so I'm not just, pulling this out of my head. I'm not a physicist. I have a master's degree in East Asian religious studies. I went for enlightenment, and now I'm leaning on all the men and the physicists for, the knowledge part of it. So what happens is we project ourselves onto the field, and then what pulls our attention is different for every person. Like, here's a prime example. You go see a movie with your best friend. Same movie, but what you're drawn to in the movie is not exactly the same that what your best friend is drawn to. And that's because the wounds and wisdom, the vibrations inside of my soul are not identical to my best friend. Probably somewhat opposite. That's how we help each other grow, right? The movie's the same. Our souls are different, right? So I'm going to share a physics experiment showing how this is true, okay? So imagine that you have part of yourself that resonates at like 50 hertz, and let's call it selfishness. And I'm projecting out of my heart, right? Unknowingly, happens at a subconscious level. And then I am naturally drawn to other people, other souls who also resonate of part of them that resonates at 50 hertz. So if someone over here resonates 100 hertz, I don't even notice it because it doesn't move my 50 hertz. But their 50 hertz, when it moves my 50 hertz. Like, wait, what's going on? Oh, okay. So when I perceive selfishness outside of myself, that is my soul showing me the selfishness inside of myself. I don't have control over the other people, right? I don't. So why does it matter that they're selfish or not when we're all here to improve ourselves, expand our own emotional range, experience enlightenment if your soul planned that for this lifetime? I'm not here to, control others. But let's look at this physics experiment that shows how when objects are a vibrational match, they move each other, pulling attention. Okay, so let me share my screen. And I'm kind of new, so please bear with me. I'm not high tech. All right, and here it is. See, 512 and 440, they don't move each other. But he's going to pull up another 440 and watch what happens. It moves. There. Okay? So, and I don't know how to take it down, so I must keep talking. But if we look at like a show like The View, you know, shame, guilt, fear is constantly projected, and they're saying they're holding other people accountable to their own shame, guilt, and fear, as opposed to taking responsibility for itself. And that's why it comes out as controlling, as the projection, you know, when they should people. Well, he should. Should is controlling other people with shame, guilt, and fear. Well, it's just, that is gaslighting people with shame, guilt, and fear. Like Jake Tapper on CNN asked Kristi Noem, why can't the ICE officers just let them go? It's just. Oh, because two women who planned how to obstruct justice, that's illegal, through ICE Watch, you know, over a period of months or longer, show up, and over a period of hours, which we have videotape of and witness testimony of, were the main car blocking and obstructing federal government with a weapon, their vehicle, which she used to hit the guy. And CNN, and they all want to act like the whole context doesn't exist. It's like they drop in and ask one question as if there's no context. How is that grounded in reality? How is it grounded in reality? Say, well, why don't we just let domestic terrorists go? But that's what, you know, the Democratic Party wants us to do with like Gaza. My ex-husband's Israeli. Buzoglu is an Israeli name. I leave it there for a reason. On my, you know, it's still my legal name. And they want to act like there's genocide in Gaza. Okay, let's talk about that. If they were grounded in reality, grounded in facts of modern warfare, they would know that on average, 9 civilians die for one military casualty, and that is common in modern warfare. And what's happening in Gaza is like 3 civilians for one Hamas person. So it's way less than other areas, but that's where they're all riled up, because that's where the Democratic Party is pointing them. And now it's coming out, all these challenges and paid protesters. And, you know, it looks like the DNC is potentially seditious to the federal government. And makes sense because we have so many Democratic socialists. Anyway, when we don't accept this wisdom and knowledge that the universe is a mirror, we project our problems onto other people and hold them accountable for it. Like those 2 women. I mean, how is it healthy and logical for 2 mothers of a son who's already lost their biological father to go confront the federal government with a weapon when they have weapons and it's illegal? And then now they want to cry victim as if. So, but that's the crazy, and that's what we're coming out of. The victim mindset does not exist. Our souls plan our lives based on our wounds for self-improvement opportunities and give us these tools like the universe is a mirror to see ourselves for self-improvement. We come in one lifetime and we learn some lessons, and then we come back, and then we come back, and then we come back. And now in 20 is time for self-healing. So I'm sharing these strategies to help you see yourself so that we can all, with the universe as a mirror, relate to ourselves better. And when we relate to ourselves better and fill up our own cup of love and have overflow, then how we treat others is much healthier, more balanced, and we take responsibility and accountability for our own problems prior to projecting them onto others unconsciously and then holding them to account, you know, in a way that's just completely mentally ill. So I hope it's helpful. Please like and subscribe. Take care.